Yo, what is going on, boys and girls? Welcome back to another toy video. I'm very excited to share this one with you. We've got some amazing models on the table. As you've already seen in the previous video, which I did a little look around the van, showing you the two collections that I purchased. What I've decided to do here is just show the ex-shop stock stuff because the condition on this stuff, phenomenal. We're going to take a look at it. Let's flip this around and let's get into it. So here we go. As you can see, I've spread them out so we can get around them and have a good little look about them, talk about them. We've got some wonderful things. There's also one or two other things that I actually picked up separate for this ex-shop stock stuff. But I thought, you know what? We're going to put them in the video, such as this French Dinky lorry here. Stunning example, all original. You can see the original canopy has a split there. Now you could in theory glue that if you wanted to. I'm not about that here at Jordan's Vintage World. I would honestly prefer to sell it like that, and then it's up to you if you would like to or not. This was another thing I picked up over in France. I was in France for 10 days, family holiday, exploring around, and of course hitting antique shops and places picking up models, and this is one of them. It's quite nice because it's made in France versus Malaysia or Macau or Hong Kong. I'm not sure where all these other castings for this are actually made, but I popped that up on social media. Many of you were excited about it, and it's the sort of stuff that's really starting to grow and come around, I guess. But yeah, nice model. Now, the Eaton Yale shovel boxes. There were 6 of these originally in the video, what was it, 2 weeks ago? We were down to the last one on eBay. The other 5 have sold. 2 more have popped up. So if you have a loose model or you have a really mint model in a bit of a tatty box, you probably aren't going to find better than this. This one has a small scuff, actually, so maybe we should show this one. But look, it has never been put together. There is no creases. It's all original. It is brand new. That's a rare opportunity. As I said, there's 3 available now, and yeah, Sandown Park is coming up. I'll probably have them with me. You know, if not, they'll be on the eBay store. But where should we go and talk about next? Actually, these 2 little gentlemen here. So if you watch the video with the big shop display signing the Corgi Juniors one, that's actually gone off to America now. That was incredible. Probably one of the rarest things I've ever had, and probably will never see something as cool as that in a long time. But he actually stumbled upon these, and these came the same time. Now, apparently, these figures were made as a bit of a promotional figure there. No, let's keep me in focus there. To go with the little man from Uncle car. Now, I don't know how true or not that is. I can only go on words. So I'll have to put these on eBay and like leave it up to your own sort of discretion if you like. But yeah, I don't know, interesting, aren't they? But apparently they were to go with a little blue man from Uncle car in the display case. Yeah, kind of cool, I guess. Where should we go? Let's start over here then. And what I'm going to do is just pick stuff up, bring it here. We can talk about it. We can have a little look at it. So next up, the Airfix 72 lunar module. Now this is brand new. He actually cut open the sellotape himself just to have a little check of it. This is from 1969. Wow, look at this. Everything that you would expect is there. It is literally brand new. Sorry, that's the mailman posting something through the door in the background. We'll just ignore that and carry on. But look, all the plastics are attached to the sprue. Wow, this ex-shop stock stuff. So, you know, it is not cheap for me to purchase it. I'm not kidding you when I say, like, between the stuff last week and some of the stuff here, it has cost me thousands, and I mean thousands. But where are you going to get this sort of quality? Again, you're not. So it's one of those things you just have to go with it, really. Now we've got another very nice thing here. This Matchbox superfast F18 lap counter. Now, not particularly a very hard thing to find, is it, in all fairness? However, let's see if I can do this one-handed. Look how crisp these boxes are. And everything is inside, brand new, unused, literally straight off the old shelf. That is unbelievable. And the quality, the color, the artwork, I think it's great. And it's the same with this one as well, the SF16 pack. That is also as crisp, as new as you will find. Beautiful. If you're into like trying to find the best stuff that you can find, this is 100% the sort of stuff you do not want to miss up, if I'm being completely honest with you. Now, the Husky, like the other ones, they're in the clear protector, which will be included, no extra price, just to like sort of, you know, protect them, look after them, store them, display them, however you would fancy. But the Ford Zephyr Estate, now the eagle eye with you will often see this in blue, never in this color red. It's so hard. I can't, it's like 1 to every 100 or something like that, I was told in the past. But look at the condition on the card, original little price sticker there. That is very hard to find. I can't imagine it being around very long, if I'm honest. Then we have the Corgi Juniors Mini. This is another stunning example. Look at the quality of that card. I can't even express to you how good it is. It looks like it was made this morning, not all those years ago. Look, it's the one with a sticker sheet. Now, I do believe the sticker sheet one was only made for like a year, maybe, or something less than that. If you do know, let me know in the comments down below, because at the end of the day, I've been doing this full time for 15 years, but every day is a school day, and I'm very happy to take advice on board and learn a little bit more about them. But stunning. Then, in this little display case, which will be included, is the Corgi Juniors AMF Ski Daddler Snowmobile and Trailer. Look at the condition. Again, that is like brand new. The plastic bubble, it's mint. That's one of the best you will probably find. I know the junior stuff has been very popular since I put it on eBay, and I appreciate all of you that has purchased something, and it just makes I appreciate more. I can put it into words, but it makes me be able to buy more and more stuff, doesn't it? Because that's what I'm always doing, reinvesting into more stock. Now, look at this. The Capri here, hard to find, very hard to find. The Hot Pants Dragster. It is unpunched. Again, the card condition, phenomenal. You just don't see them. Like, I sold the loose one for £50, I think it was. So, this is going to be a desirable one. Again, wasn't cheap to purchase, but I'm thinking to myself, when am I going to get it again? I'm not. And that's what you have to do sometimes in this game. You've got to take the risk and just jump on it and do it. Now, the trade pack of Porsches, we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're missing 1 or 2. I can't remember how many's meant to be in here. But he did say that because when he picked these up, they were selling them just like, and should I do that? I'm not sure. I'm not sure where to keep the 5 together, or just to give, collectors a chance and just be like, sell them 5 separately. But they have actually come from the trade pack. I don't know. You'll have to look on the eBay store and just see what I ended up doing. But it's the little Carrera 6 down there with the opening rear tailgate. Beautiful example. Again, brand new, straight out the trade pack. Doesn't really get fresher, does it, in all fairness? Then we've got this Britain's Farm tractor. Now, Britain's stuff I'm still learning about, okay? I've always concentrated more on Corgi and Dinky, Matchbox, Spot On, etc. But Britain's, as of when it comes in, I will purchase it. Now, this, I took him on his word. I haven't actually done the research on it yet, but it was quite a lot of money. But look at the condition. Stunning. The last Britain's truck that I had from him a couple of weeks ago, that went within like half hour, so I probably priced it too cheap. But this is absolutely pristine. It's perfect. How wonderful is that? Very nice example indeed. We'll just leave that sit there carefully. Maybe I'll take it off the box actually, to be safer than sure. Now, this was something I actually took a bit of a risk on. And when I say I paid hundreds for this, I literally paid hundreds for it, okay? And that's not 1 or 2 either. But look at this, 1950s. Look at the condition of that box. It is crisp. It's all end flaps. Look at the colors. Yeah, it's remarkable. And look at that. Honestly, blows my mind. It is like brand new, of course, shop stock quality. I seen one of these sell online, which was nowhere near this sort of condition, and the box wasn't nowhere near this sort of condition, for £600. Now, well, there's a few actually sold up around that. I don't know what I'm going to price this at, if I'm honest. I need to do a bit of research on it, but I'm hoping to get my money back on it and make something, obviously, for the business. But look at this. You got a very minor flat spot to those tires, which you can expect, I guess, from sitting. But the decals, there's no doubt about it. There's no surface rust on it. That is probably the best one of those I have ever had in. That is stunning. Then I will do I tell you what, right? I was going to do those first, but I'm excited about this. So let's do the Leyland 8-wheeled chassis on test. Now, I've always loved this model. It's always been a desirable one. It's always been one that I enjoyed. I often find it with a missing steering wheel or missing figure. However, this is no doubt probably one of the best ones that I've ever had. Again, cost me a small fortune. That's the only problem with buying this stuff. It's very expensive, but the condition is there. I wouldn't call it expensive, actually. That's the wrong word to use. But, you know, when you do purchase things as a business, you sort of have, you set goals in mind. These were way over set goals is what I was trying to get at. But look at the condition of that box. That's all original. The artwork, look at that. Could you imagine actually seeing this going down the road back in the day? Open cab like that. It's not something health and safety would let you get away with these days, is it? But it has the original paperwork. I've had many tens of dozens of these over the years. I have never ever had it with the original paperwork, and I've never ever had it with the original ring like that. Remarkable. You can see why I was a bit excited about this, can't you? Let's just sit that there. Sit the Leyland there too. Let's put it the right way around. It would have been rude not to, wouldn't it? We've got the Dinky refuge wagon. As you can see, stunning condition. Original bin is actually in the back to keep it safe. You've also got both drop down things there. And yeah, really, really nice condition example. I can see it's got refuge wagon on one side and not the other. Do you think that's come off over time, or do you think that's a factory error? I don't know, maybe it has come off. Who knows, but it's lived in the box for a long time. I love these Bedford TKs. I think they're great. You've got the Dinky 955 fire engine. Need to put the ladder back in there properly. But I think we're upside down actually, aren't we? But it doesn't matter for the video. Again, beautiful condition. Not particularly an expensive model, but nice to find it when it's like this. There's a couple of little nicks on this one. But this wasn't the shop stock. This actually came in separate, but I recently picked up. I wanted to share it with you. And the lovely little Matchbox Taylor Jumbo Crane, which is in great condition. Like all of these, you need to put the tyres on properly. That plastic just sort of, well, resizes over time, doesn't it? And they get a bit loose. Every Matchbox tyre, original tyre, is like it. That's very nice. We'll sit that there. Then we've got the Corgi bus with the fire damage on it. I think that's great. Often seen in the gift set, isn't it? Lovely example. Yeah, that's mint, to be fair. And the loose ones have been selling quite well as well. Then we've got this, what's that, a Studebaker? Oh yeah, Studebaker wagon. It's nice that it's got the glass on there that you can actually move, I believe. No, is that a fixed one? No, it looks like it might. Maybe it's just because it's so crisp. It doesn't. I don't know, we'll have a little play with that. But look at that in there. Figure is there. Look at the condition. He was telling me, like last time, I know I mentioned it in the video, he was buying just ones like this with damaged cards, or, you know, there's a bit of wear, and just freeing them. So that's why the condition is like they are. The Ford Capri Fire Chief, again, really, really nice condition. Stunning, in fact, isn't it? Beautiful. And then for the Volkswagen lovers, we've got this one here, this Beetle. Yeah, again, mint. So yeah, boys and girls, what a remarkable collection. So the question is, what did you think about this stuff? Because honestly, it's blown my mind. And as I said in the video, not cheap to purchase, but when am I going to find it again? I'm really, really not. And yeah, I'm very excited about it. So time you've watched this, these are probably all going to be on the eBay store. Don't forget to look at Jones Vintage World Facebook page, because that's where you see previews of the stock coming up. Chances are before the YouTube drops. So it's a great bit of seeing what I'm getting. You know, you can see descriptions, and it's always linked to eBay's descriptions, photographs, worldwide combined postage, all that good stuff. But boys and girls, thank you very much for tuning in to another video. I really, really appreciate it. Hope to see some of you at Sandown Park Toy Fair, NEC Toy Fair, and Shepton Mallet Toy Fair. Until next time, happy collecting.